Hi, I'm John. This is my show, A Sports Reckoning. So I'm going to step up a fucking hardcore attack against Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow and fucking Ryan of Cardcollector2. I'm going to start a boycott. I want the Cardcollector2 and the Roadshow trade night at the National, I want that to be boycotted. I want that to be canceled. I don't want the Roadshow to be allowed to be represented as long as Jimmy is the owner. Now, if he sells the Roadshow, because I know there's other Roadshow shops out there, and I'm not going to jump on every single one of those people because it's Jimmy is the one that's the bad actor here. So I'm not going to condemn every single one of those other people. So if those Roadshows, if Jimmy sells the Roadshows, shops, you know, if he has no, I want him to have no, I want Jimmy excommunicated from the sports card community. He's not allowed to have any contact with children through the sports card community. He's not allowed to have any financial interest vested into the sports card community, and anybody that associates with him or does business with him, I'm going to label you a pedophile supporter, as which I will label right now, Ryan of Cardcollector2, you are a pedophile supporter. I want a boycott on the fucking national trade night that's being ran by these people because, now, I'm assuming that they're going to throw that trade night again this year. Now, I don't know officially, right? I don't know officially, but I'm assuming. I have not seen anything where Ryan has stepped up and separated himself from the pedophile Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow. I've never seen anything. Jimmy is a full-on racist. I haven't seen anything where Ryan has separated himself or condemned Jimmy's bad behavior or separated himself from financially being a vested interest with Jimmy. So if you're all connected with him, if you won't condemn him, but you also, what happened is there was a video of mine I had made about where I was saying how Ryan's trying to show kids how not to get scammed, but he sure as hell won't show kids not how to be taken advantage of by a sexual predator. But not only did Ryan won't do that, Ryan attacked my video. So Ryan tried to make an attack against my work, which means he's fully supporting the actions and behavior of Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow, which means Ryan's like serving the children up to him. He's more than a supporter. He's like a participant. Ryan's more than just a supporter of Jimmy Kentucky Roadshow's pedophile behavior in the sports card community. Ryan's an active participant in grooming children and serving them up on a platter to fucking his big hero, Jimmy's Kentucky fucking Roadshow. So I am demanding, and this is the thing, any single person that I see attending that roadshow, the fucking trade night, that if it's sponsored, if it says anywhere on their roadshow that Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow has any involvement in a sponsored trade night at the National, any person that I see in attendance at that roadshow, I am going to put your face like this. I'm going to put your face right on the fucking camera, just like that, and I'm going to scream, you're a fucking pedophile supporter. You support pedophiles. Look at this motherfucker at Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow's pedophile trade night. This is a pedophile supporter, a person who does not care about children, a person who supports pedophiles in a children's fucking community. That's what I'm going to do. Boycott these motherfucking pedophiles and racists. Fuck these motherfuckers. So this is at the start, just as they're beginning to open up the doors of the trade night last year. Here's Jimmy Kentucky Roadshow fucking using the N-word on camera. And this is what I got to overemphasize. If they're willing to do this behavior in public on camera, what the fuck do you think they're willing to do in private? And did fucking Ryan come out and separate himself from Jimmy after this action? No. He's in bed with him because he's a pedophile supporter.
I think the key is to remember the spirit of this as you walk around, enjoy yourself. If you see a situation that's getting tense, come let us know, but try and calm down. This is meant to be the joy of the audience, not meant to be hardcore like dealer, like Brian Johnson. Now, what are you doing, right? Like that. I'll play. But shout out to the Kentucky team for not laughing at that. Only my team.
Because you totally know what he did was inappropriate because nobody fucking laughed. And then Ryan had to even come in because he knew what it was so fucking inappropriate, so he had to like lighten the tone, because that was it right there. It's one of those things, everybody right there, it's like you felt that. They all felt that. Boom. So Ryan comes and lightens the tone because what? Because he's a pedophile supporter. He's a supporter of Jimmy's racist fucking rants in public. He is a supporter of that. He's a fucking racist supporter. He's a pedophile supporter. And he fucking grooming children with all these children's trade nights at his fucking show. Not training any of them to watch out and beware of the fucking real wolves out there. No, he's serving them right up to him, saying, this is how you do deals. This is how you do it. And that's what the people like Jimmy want. They want kids coming at him trying to get deals from him, so then he can make sure that he gives them a good deal so that kid comes back, and then that's called grooming. He's grooming those fucking children. And then he'll wait, as a predator is what he is, as that fucking wolf, he'll wait and stalk his prey, and when he finds the right one, he pounces. That's what's going on in here. And so what happened, I was just triggered. I was triggered because of the Dalai Lama. Okay? I was triggered because of this fucking thing that happened with the Dalai Lama. It's like, dude, the Dalai Lama is a pedophile, right? This is the kind of shit I've always been saying. It's like these people with those goofy fucking behaviors who act like they're the nicest people I was like, that is pedophile behavior. Just like what you see in Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow, right? So let me show you here this video. This is a guy named Officer Tatum, the Officer Tatum. This is his show. It's one of these, I'm going to use some of this guy. I've never used him as stuff. I don't know if people, he could block my shit because I use shit. I don't know and shit, right? But I'm going to use a little bit of his thing and hope I can get him in this video and shit. Here, let's go and play a little bit of this. If you haven't seen what the fucking Dalai Lama, the pedophile, he's a pedophile. And if you can't see how he resembles Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow, and this is how they groomed kids of this nature of what the practices of what they're doing. This is what they're doing.
In my world, in B. Tatum world, hey man, a little kid don't need to be doing nothing to do with no grown up mouth and tongue and stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Let me show you the clip for those of you who missed it or you didn't catch it at the beginning. It's a clip. It's not going to show everything. The kid's face is blurred out. See, gave him a little kiss. And that right there ain't right.
Yeah.
You doing too much, Llama. You doing too much right there.
Exactly.
Ain't no kid you don't know kiss you right on the mouth.
No.
Kiss him on the forehead, bro.
Exactly.
Kiss him on the forehead. I don't even kiss my kid in the mouth.
Exactly. We're not saying you can't be. We're not saying you can't be friendly to children. We're not saying that. We're saying it's inappropriate. There's other levels. Look at the joy. Look at how he's looking at that kid. It's a sexual fucking desire. Look at now. He told the kid, "Suck my tongue."
Don't let him do it.
He told the kid to suck his tongue. And look at the way he's playing with them. He loves that kid. He wants to fuck that kid. Just the same behavioral patterns what I see with Jimmy's Roadshow with those fucking kids.
I can see the grooming a mile away.
Exactly. I can see the grooming a mile away.
These are, now I don't know this man, and this could be a one-off, okay? But this to me, if I had to use my investigative eyes, this looks like a pedophile. A person who grooms kids. Because they take their innocence and they force them into doing these subtle things that then lead to bigger things. To me, I feel like even if it's in front of the world, he testing a little boy to see if he don't really do it. Cause he put his tongue out there and we're like, okay, see how far he go. Oh, he didn't do it. Oh, everybody's funny. No, bro, you tricking. You doing something wrong here. You know, it makes me sad because these men that be taking advantage of young people, it makes me upset. Because these young people feel hopeless. They can't say no, right? He's the Dalai Lama. He can't say no to him. You know what I mean? And they get manipulated. And these grown men know better, but they manipulate these little kids, and then they end up, being a statistic. But hey, man, this ain't right. And I thought I'd make a video about the Dalai Lama because it's
okay. So that's it. Blatantly, it's like, look at the way in which the Officer Tatum was speaking about the Dalai Lama. It's just, it perfectly lines up exactly with the same scenario of what you see with Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow and his placement into the sports card community where he's got respect and he's being supported. Also, like, I have to point out too, is like there's people already that I know full on support Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow, which, like I said, I will already label those people as pedophile supporters. That's Mojo Sports and Santiago Sports. So, Card Collector 2, Mojo Sports, Santiago Sports, they are all pedophile supporters and should be excommunicated from the sports card community unless they all stand up and condemn Jimmy's Roadshow and excommunicate him from the community. If they don't stand up and make sure that he is excommunicated from the community, make sure he's 100% canceled from having any connection to children, if they're not willing to step up and support that, then they are then supporting themselves of Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow's pedophile behavior, and they're feeding children, because these people, when you get somebody like Mojo Sports, right, and he's like, Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow is the best guy, well then now you've let down the guard and the defenses of an innocent child who doesn't know better. You've just like vouched for Jimmy, which is going to enable Jimmy access to children in a vulnerable state, which is going to allow pedophile grooming. These actions are going to happen. And we're going to have children who are being sexually abused so they can get some cheap fucking worthless card that's not going to be worth anything in fucking 10 years. Step up, fucking community. Do something, you stupid motherfuckers, or else I'll come after you and I'll fight this battle on my own, one person at a time, one battle at a time. I will keep chopping fucking wood until this fucking place is all fucking clean.